Hi guys, this is Jamie Lynn. I just wanted to come on today to talk about diet, carbs, aka sugar. I just wanted to let you guys know that we have been lied to about sugar our whole lives, painting sugar as the devil and the reason why everyone is sick, and it is not true. Um, uh, a lot of people think that they'll associate like cupcakes and donuts and cookies with just being all sugar. And while there is, of course, sugar in there, the problem with these foods, with these processed foods, is it's the fat, it's not the sugar. So it's the fat and sugar together that's the problem. And what happens is the fat creates insulin resistance and it stops the sugar from getting into the cell. And that can lead to blood sugar issues, insulin resistance, can lead to pre-diabetes or diabetes, and also just affects your energy and mood. This is why we really want to stay away from processed foods, because they always seem to have the fat and sugar together, and they're not meant to be together. Okay, it's very problematic. So it's not the sugar that's making everyone sick, it's the fat. It's the fat that's making everyone sick, especially when you combine them together, because they're not meant to be together. So, so I recommend that people follow a high carb, low fat lifestyle. But if you're going to follow this lifestyle, you really have to adhere to it properly, because otherwise you will have issues, because people sneak in fat wherever they can. They don't even realize how fat is in so many things, and it gets snuck in ways that you just don't even notice. And then you'll end up having these issues and wondering why. And it's because of the fat. So I recommend a high carb, low fat diet. I focus my primary calorie source on fruit, because fruit comes with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all sorts of wonderful things for the human body, and the perfect glucose, because the brain and the organs and every cell in your body runs on glucose. Okay, it's if you don't have glucose getting to your cells every second of every day, you actually, or especially like to your brain can actually starve and die. You could go into a coma. That's how vital sugar is to our survival. We run on sugar. Okay, that doesn't mean that you have to give up all fat, or you can't eat whatever. If you eat meat or fish or dairy or eggs or whatever, it just shouldn't be a main focus of your diet. So like for most people, I would recommend eating carbohydrates all day long, okay, without the fat. And people don't realize how hard that is. So if you, let's just say, like, you start off with a fruit smoothie, don't put peanut butter in it, don't put coconut milk in it. That is going to cause insulin resistance, and it's going to cause a lot of the problems I mentioned earlier. So you don't want to include the fat in the smoothie. A lot of people want to add the protein powders and the nut butters and coconut milk, and that's just going to be a disaster for your energy, mood, blood sugar issues. You'll crash later in the day. So you either just want to have the smoothie with just fruit or fruit and greens, and you're really going to want to make sure that you pile in those calories, because fruit isn't calorically dense. So you really want to get in those calories. And you might have to eat more frequently if you're eating fruit, because it digests so much quicker. Or you could do oats. To me, it doesn't offer as good of energy as fruit does, but you could do oats. But like I said, you could just add sugar to it, brown sugar. Okay, don't add nut butters and protein powders. You're going to have those issues. And also, like for lunch, you could do another fruit smoothie, which is what I do, but most people wouldn't do that. Like, they want to have a proper meal. So you could do a base of potatoes, sweet potatoes, butternut squash, rice, but you just don't want to add the fat. So if you were going to do a rice dish, you could add rice, potatoes, make a fat-free sauce. You could put veggies in there, stir-fried veggies, and then add like a barbecue sauce or a soy sauce. And then when it comes to dinner, if you want to have like a meat or fish or like eggs or dairy, that would be the time to add in your fat source, because that way it'll allow for better energy all throughout the day, better mood, and no like fluctuations. And that way you can still eat, you know, what you want to eat at night. You can have your meat, fish, whatever it is that you enjoy, and it won't interfere so much with the next day. And you'll have all night to process that. And by the time that you have like your next morning meal of all carbs, it really shouldn't be much of an issue. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. So yeah, that's my message today, guys. Just got to get this message out that sugar is not the devil. It's not the reason why everyone's sick. It's the fat content, high fat. No one's saying not to eat any of those foods, but you really want to bring it down and lower it. And I think you're going to start to see a lot of good results from it. So yeah, I'm just here to drive this message out there. I'll come on here as much as I can to kind of get this point across that you need sugar, okay, in your diet. It's what you run on. You are going to have a hard life if you're not eating sugars and you're trying to restrict and just eat fats. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go well. But hey, you do you. And if that's working for you, then you do you. But this message is for people who resonate with this and want to hear the truth and just want to have like the best life that they can with the most energy to get the most accomplished, because you need energy to get shit done in life and to kind of live to your fullest potential. And you're going to need proper nutrition for that. And that will be carbs, aka sugar. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to come on here as much as I can and drive that message across, because I think it's really important. But so yeah, that's going to be all for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back again for another video. Bye.